Good afternoon. Absolutely fantastic conference that Juliet Media has put on as always. And we love this conference because it is institutionally focused, right? It's institutional focus of this adoption. Okay, so what we're doing today, and those of you who have been at the conference last year may remember this, we started out, well, 3.5 years ago now. I remember reaching out to Lawrence Wintermeyer because we knew that one of the problems with this industry was you can tokenize assets, but how do you open up distribution at an industry level? And we wanted to take a very open approach to that. We knew that the industry would not put one venue or one entity, etc., in the middle of digitizing effectively the largest market on the planet. So we wanted to bring the industry together to understand how could we interconnect institutions in the world of tokenization. So basically, starting 3.5 years ago, we were focused on the interoperability problem in tokenization that everybody today realizes is the big missing piece of the jigsaw. So we formed under GDF. It was GDF then. It's now merged with the Global Blockchain Business Council, so GBBC, Digital Finance, a working group. And it was created really in the throes of COVID in lockdown, and it grew extremely rapidly. Within a few months, we had over 80 of the largest buy and sell side institutions, exchanges, and digital leaders in this space, many of which you've seen on the platform, like Martin and Daniel a moment ago, and Invenium and others. And we regularly meet. And what this group has been doing is developing this open protocol, open standard for peer-to-peer connectivity between institutions who want to distribute assets, consume assets, provide services such as custody as a service, entities that want to have digital cash, those that maybe ultimately want to provide lending services to investors that have invested in these tokenized assets. So we run this call regularly on Zoom. In lockdown, obviously, it was only on Zoom. And what we started doing at these conferences is actually having both a hybrid in-person and virtual session. So many of you in the room know all of this because there's quite a few of you in the room that are part of that group. So we have the Zoom. Because the conference is running late, they've all enjoyed listening to Daniel and Martin, but I don't know, maybe you can pull up the Zoom and we see the brave ones are that left their video on. So hi guys. So this really represents, you might see something, there's Alan Goran in Los Angeles, got up early. Great, so you'll see some familiar names, those of you who are in the industry. And this group has come together to develop this peer-to-peer open standard protocol. Now, started 3.5 years ago, 2.5 years ago, a bit more, we actually did all of the lab work. We ran a big industry PoC with a lot of the members of the group. So we first demonstrated this technology early in 2021 and then matured it in the lab in 2022. And what we've been doing in 2023 is focused with members on taking some of their projects to production. So you'll have heard various people talking today about, I think Matt was talking about it from GS, we're beyond POCs, right? If somebody is asking you to join a POC, you're probably 2 or 3 years late, right? Most of the large institutions now are focused on taking their projects to production. So what we wanted to put together today was to showcase 3 projects that are all going to production. And what's key about these projects is they're really focused on the business case, not the technology, right? The technology is very cool, but these projects are focused on taking all of this to production. So we'll give the guys on the screen a little bit of a relief. We'll put them a bit in the background. The first session we want to do is to talk about something quite exciting. Distribution of tokenized money market funds. This wasn't interesting in a zero interest rate environment, right? Now we're in a higher interest rate environment. Tokenized money market funds get extremely interesting. So can I bring to the platform Ami, Nadav, Itai, and Graham? And I think we've got a video on this whole project.
Archax, Tomorrow Next, and Onera are working together to give professional investors tokenized access to money market funds intraday that are yield-bearing. Through the TomNext software platform, clients will be able to invest in regulated money market funds issued by leading asset managers that are distributed by the Archax digital platform. This initiative is a first step toward a liquid secondary market, which will make it easier for clients to trade more frequently and maximize their capital efficiency. Behind the scenes, Archax deployed an Onera sell-side router connected to TomNext's buy-side router, giving Archax global distribution while giving TomNext access to tokenized assets. This interoperability model enables financial institutions to give their clients online access to diversified tokenized investment opportunities from across the world. We are transforming finance through the spirit of industry-wide collaboration. Archax, Onera, and Tomorrow Next, powering the future of tokenized investments.